In a very unprecedented surprise move, BCCI, or the Board of Control for Cricket in India, decided to not give Indian cricketers Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan any contract for the year 2024. Now, I don't remember the last time such an action was taken. Though the release only said that they did not consider these two for a contract under any grade, what reports suggested, and many sources are saying, is that Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan were punished for apparent insubordination. But this happened some days ago, and yes, we brought you all the details of it, but the matter is not resting, not yet anyway. Many prominent voices from around the world have weighed in on this very bold decision made by the board, and the opinion is divided. A lot of the former cricketers like Pragyan Ojha and Dilip Doshi have backed this move. Doshi in fact said that, and I quote, "I have no sympathy for the players who chose to ignore domestic cricket despite the strong advice. Probably they're not serious about the game," he says, "and they deserve to be ignored, and other aspiring players should replace them, should take their place." Kamran Akmal, remember him, the former Pakistan cricketer, out of nowhere came out to speak in support of this decision to axe the contracts of Shreyas and Kishan.
BCCI has made the right call taking such strict action early on to control the damage. If they had given them a leeway and handed them central contracts, a lot more players would have started playing on their own terms in the future. India have given a message to their players to ensure that nobody even thinks of doing something like this the next time. This is proof of good management. Nobody is bigger than the game.
All very fair viewpoints, but here's the latest remark, and that has added some more fuel to the matter. Brought in another angle to this whole story that we need to bring to you. Indian cricketer Shardul Thakur, he's currently playing the Ranji Trophy game for Mumbai. They've just in fact beaten Tamil Nadu in the semi-final. They've entered the final of the Ranji Trophy tournament. It was a brilliant innings-saving 100 that he scored a couple of days back against Tamil Nadu. And speaking to the press at the end of the day, he said that the current schedule with just 3 days between games is what is making it all too tight and difficult for the players.
If the boys keep playing like this for 2 more seasons, there will be a lot of injuries across the country. Next year, the BCCI have to relook at it and give more of a break. When I remember playing Ranji Trophy back in the day, good 7 to 8 years back, the first 3 games used to have a 3-day break, and then it was a 4-day break, and knockouts were played with 5-day breaks.
Why has this happened though? What's the reason for the squeezed schedules? Why? IPL, or Indian Premier League, of course. The IPL window is only getting bigger, and that has resulted in BCCI force-fitting the domestic schedule in a shorter window, during a shorter span, making it rather a difficult phase for many cricketers. At least that's what Shardul Thakur is saying. The IPL now is just some weeks away, and Shardul Thakur is set to appear for the Chennai Super Kings, the defending champions outfit this year. And his statement has thrown this matter wide open. But even before this came in, a few voices have tried to support the players who seem to be out in the cold. Like Sunil Gavaskar, former India cricket captain, he said that he sympathized with Shreyas Iyer's situation.
Iyer had also played in the Ranji Trophy game as asked by the Indian team management just before this test series started. So it's not as if he has refused to play the Ranji Trophy at all. He did miss the quarterfinals, but that was also the time he had informed the team management of his inability to play the third test match due to some pain in his back if he batted for some length of time.
Well, he goes on to say that Shreyas Iyer probably did not feel up to the mark physically, and though the trainer at NCA may have okayed his fitness, the threshold of pain is really a very personal thing. It's very subjective. That's what Gavaskar said. And he also says he was not sure about Ishan Kishan's status or his reasons and why he was not playing domestic cricket, so chose not to really comment without knowing the complete picture there. But many former cricketers also saying that no one can be compelled to turn up for domestic duty constantly. When comments were being made on why Hardik Pandya was let off the hook, there came reports thereafter immediately that Hardik Pandya has been told to turn up for white ball domestic tournaments to make up for not playing tests because of his concerns, his fitness concerns. So not only have the different opinions kept this issue a much talked of one, but the latest statement made by an Indian cricketer has also seemingly put the cricket calendar under scrutiny. Back to the question of too much cricket. Either ways, it's a tough act to balance. The other boards are also in a very tricky situation here and would be observing and watching how this one really plays out in the months to come. Do stunning IPL performances really then change the equation? Because we know there's a T20 World Cup right after that. The truth is, only the BCCI has been able to deliver the diktat to its players, to keep decorum in some sense, in the manner that they view it. Some other boards are still stuck in a fight that is only going to grow in intensity in the months and years to come.